I got this NJTY T600 infrared thermometer from Amazon. It came in a box like this, and it's supplied from 2 AAA batteries. It's pretty nifty. I opened it up just to see what's inside, and there's a little chip on a blob, as you can see, and a micro switch to turn it on, and then we have a couple of press buttons in the back. Now, I did some measurements, and I found out that the quiescent current on standby is constant 6.7 microamps, which is quite a bit. This means that the constant draw will deplete halfway heavy-duty or zinc carbon batteries in about 4 years of doing nothing. It just stays in your drawer, you never use it, and in 4 years you want to use it, it's going to be 50% depleted with this kind of draw of 6.7 microamps. Now, the red laser, which is right here, it's like a, there you go, this red dot laser to point to the exact place where you measure your temperature. This can be turned off with this button. Then you have the switch from Celsius to Fahrenheit, and this is the backlight, which can be turned on and off. And now these are the actual currents. The red laser on, when you measure, when you press the trigger, and the current is 28 milliamps. The measuring current, which occurs at the very moment when you release your trigger, so it's a fraction of a second, and that jumps to 33 milliamps. Backlight on, when you just look at the backlight, there is no laser engaged, it's 7 milliamps. And backlight off, when you turn off the backlight, it's 0.7 milliamps draw from the batteries. Now, these are all negligent because the thermometer goes to auto off in 10 seconds. So these I'm not worried about, but the quiescent current, the constant 6.7 microamps, it's a little bit of a problem, I think. I don't like it, and I'm going to install, having seen a lot of empty space, for a little switch, and I have a tiny toggle switch like this one, and you can compare to the size of a dime, so this is like sub-miniature tiny switch. And I'm going to make a little opening, a little cutout for it, and place it right here. So another place to put the switch might be at the top. However, this seems to be a little too close to that plastic tube, so I think the bottom will be perfect. I'm going to do it right now, and I'll show you the results. This is the work in progress, and the switch is already mounted. All I have to do is solder a couple of wires connected to the battery holder. But the way I did it was to drill a hole and then use box cutter knife to shape it to a square of the size of the micro switch. So that's the best way to do it. It came out pretty nice. It doesn't look homemade too much. So I'm going to put it all together and then demonstrate the whole thing. The switch is mounted, connected, it's working. The one downside of this location for the switch is that I won't be able to stand it vertical. I'll have to put it on the side or upside down like that. So I didn't think about it. Well, it is where it is. So this didn't seem to have enough space in this area. And the front here, that would be fine, except that this is not a flat surface. So the switch may be goofy. It may not fit properly. So this is where it is. And now if I operate it, I hit it, and I have now, if I don't use the switch, it will default to the Fahrenheit or Celsius, whatever was the last. However, if I turn it off here, which is equivalent to removing the batteries, and then turn it on, it will default to Celsius every time. But that's not a big deal. You just hit it here and it changes to Fahrenheit. This turns off on and off the beam, the red laser beam. So if you put it on, you have the dot. Now, let me see if I can spot. Here you go. You can see the dot, and the temperature is 68.7 Fahrenheit, and also the backlight, which limits the current consumption for a little bit, but it doesn't really matter that much because it will turn off by itself. If there is no activity, it will turn itself off in 10 seconds, just like this now. So the backlight doesn't really consume a lot of current. Then when I hit it again, it will go with the backlight on. Now all these currents, they may be different for different models. However, this particular one, the NJTY from Amazon T600, draws this much current. So if I put it in a storage, in a drawer, in a toolbox, and don't need to use it, I'll turn it off and never have to worry about the batteries depleted. Or give it a thumbs up if you like it.